in this lesson on square roots, we're going to go sort of the opposite direction we did in the last lesson. Let's suppose that we have a farmer here and he has a square field. And let's say that he has 16 square acres in this field here. And we want to find what's the length of a side of his field. Well, what we can do is take the square root of 16, represented by this green symbol over the 16. It's asking what number times itself gives you 16. It's 4. So we get 4 acres on a side here. Now, I'm going to let Professor Know-It-All explain some more about square roots.
Thank you, Steve. Let's take a look at the square root of 25. What number times itself gives you 25? Well, that has to be 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So the square root of 25 is 5. Now let's just take a look at another problem. The square root of 100. Now the square root of 100 can be expressed as the square root of 10 squared. Anyways, the answer is 10.
Thank you, Professor. Now, how about the square root of 16 over 25? Well, there's a rule that says that we can sort of change this a little bit, and we can take the square root of the numerator and denominator separately. Now, both the numerator and denominator are perfect squares. That means you can find one number that's alike times itself and get that number. So we're going to come out with 4 and 5. So 4/5 is our answer on this one here. Now let me go back to the professor
Here
again.
is a tricky one. The square root of 0.25. What number times itself gives you 0.25? Well, it would have to be 0.5. You see, 5 times 5 is 25, and then there's 2 places represented the numbers multiplied together, and so you move 2 places to the left and you get 0.25. So the square root of 0.25 is 0.5. Thank you. Back to Steve.
Thank you, Professor, again. Okay, how about the square root of 24? Now, the square root of 24, 24 is not a perfect square. But what we can do is look at the factors of 24. 4 times 6. One of those factors is a perfect square. It's 4. So we can separate that out by a rule of square roots and take them separately. Square root of 4 and the square root of 6. Now the square root of 4 is 2, and we can't do anything with the square root of 6, so we go 2 times the square root of 6. Oh, what's this coming here? Oh, it looks like a rover-like thing here. The square root of 80. Now, again, 80 is not a perfect square, but we can find the factors of 80 such that, in this case, one of them is a perfect square. So we can go 16 times 5. Now, 16 is a perfect square. So we can ask what number times itself equals 16. And that's going to be a 4. But we can't do anything with the square root of 5. There's no number times itself equals 5 perfectly. So in the end, we should get 4 times the square root of 5 as our answer. Thank you.